Rachel, hello. This is Tyler, Leah's husband. I changed my mobile number.
Hello. Leah's husband? Wait a minute. How did you get my contact information?
I looked it up because no matter how many times I invited you to dinner, you wouldn't say yes. I specifically timed my invitations, too. It's just...
So all those times we met at the station weren't coincidental?
Yes, that's right. I figured that out, too. From conversations on my wife's phone, I knew you enter that station at that time every week.
Why would you do something like that?
I attended the parent meeting for our child for the first time instead of my wife the other day. And I was moved by meeting such a wonderful mother like you, Rachel. So I really wanted to have dinner with you.
Are you out of your mind? This is inappropriate as parents of children in the same class. Please stop following me. Plus, we are both married.
Should you really be saying something like that to me? I heard my wife has some influence at the school over the other moms. For your future's sake, you should have a personal parent meeting with me.
That's ridiculous. You sound completely out of your mind right now.
I hold a position of some importance at a well-known company. With all due respect, I'm confident I can take you to a nicer restaurant than your husband can.
It's not about where you eat, but who you eat with. I don't care how fancy the place may be, and parent meetings at school are quite sufficient. Tyler, please, cherish your wife.
Rachel, you don't understand. I've been watching you at every parent meeting. The way you care about the children, your thoughtfulness, it's rare to find someone like you.
That doesn't justify you stalking me. This is completely inappropriate.
It's not stalking. I'm simply pursuing someone I admire. What's wrong with that?
Everything is wrong with that. You're married with a child, and I'm married with a child. This behavior needs to stop immediately.
Your husband can't possibly appreciate you the way I would. I've seen how you struggle at times during the meetings.
My marriage is not your concern. Please delete my contact information and don't text me again.
Please, Rachel, just one dinner. That's all I'm asking for. Is that really so much?
Yes, it is. I've made my position clear. I will not have dinner with you.
I could help your child get special opportunities at school. Leah has connections with the principal.
Are you threatening me now or trying to bribe me? Using children as leverage? That's a new low.
Not threatening, offering opportunities. There's a difference.
I'm blocking this number. Don't contact me again.
You'll regret turning down my offer. I don't take rejection well.
That sounds like another threat. I've saved this entire conversation.
Wait, don't block me. I'm sorry. I just get carried away sometimes.
This conversation is over. Please respect my boundaries.
Hey, Rachel, I have good news. I managed to get a reservation at that famous restaurant you've been interested in.
What? The place I always said I wanted to go to? That's wonderful. But why so suddenly?
I found some free time, so I tried making a reservation. It turns out there was a cancellation. I'm always causing you trouble because of my hearing impairment. I just wanted to thank you somehow.
Don't talk about thanking me. I'm truly grateful to be with you, Marcus.
I feel the same way.
We both went through hell, didn't we? Getting caught in that accident, losing our parents, and then having the compensation reduced to 1/10 of what it should have been because of that unethical lawyer for the perpetrator.
I really cursed my young self and the ignorant adults around me. As a result, I ended up with hearing loss and no parents, living in extreme poverty. When I met you, who had gone through similar circumstances, I couldn't help but feel it wasn't someone else's problem.
But I truly respect you for standing up at that point. You gave me hope to live, a purpose, and a warm home. I'm deeply in love with you.
Rachel.
I'm looking forward to our dinner tonight.
Got it. I'll finish work early for dinner.
How did you manage to get a reservation? I heard they've always booked months in advance.
I mentioned your name and they suddenly had an opening. Your work as a paralegal is becoming well known.
Wow, that's surprising. I'm just doing my job supporting you.
You do much more than that. The Johnson & Johnson legal team is gaining recognition because of our teamwork.
You're the lawyer. I just help with the paperwork. You do the majority of the work.
Your research has been crucial in winning cases. Don't downplay your contributions.
Thanks for saying that. Sometimes I wonder if I should have pursued law school myself.
It's never too late. I would support you if that's what you wanted to do.
Maybe someday. For now, I'm happy with our arrangement.
Speaking of arrangements, do you want me to pick you up at 7?
Perfect. I'll be ready. What should I wear?
Something nice but comfortable. I want you to enjoy the evening without worrying about formalities.
You always know how to make me feel at ease. That's why I love our date nights.
Me too. Even after all these years, I still look forward to them.
Remember our first date? That tiny coffee shop with the wobbly tables?
How could I forget? I spilled coffee all over your white blouse.
And you gave me your jacket to cover up. That's when I knew you were special.
Tonight will be much better than that, I promise. No spilled drinks.
As long as we're together, it doesn't matter where we go or what happens.
I'll see you at 7. Love you.
Love you too. See you then.
Hello, you have an unpaid bill. Please return to the restaurant and pay immediately.
Don't be ridiculous. We paid for our dinner.
Who's being ridiculous here? Come back, quickly!
I can't believe you were the manager of that restaurant. And more than that, I can't believe your despicable behavior. You deliberately asked my husband with hearing difficulty to repeat his order loudly in front of everyone, and ultimately pretended not to hear anything. You mocked his disability, didn't you?
That's just a fact. I wasn't making fun of him.
When my husband went to the bathroom and accidentally wandered near the kitchen, you said, "You're in the way, you worthless piece of trash." Can't you use your eyes if your ears don't work? And you tripped him, causing him to fall. Such unbelievable verbal abuse towards a person with hearing impairment. That's just too cruel.
Verbal abuse? I don't recall that. If he complains himself, maybe I'll remember. But can someone who can't hear properly testify?
You're unbelievable.
Anyway, you will pay.
We just sat down and didn't order anything. We left because you publicly mocked my husband's hearing impairment. We have no obligation to pay.
Look, ours is a high-end establishment. Service charges begin from the moment you enter the restaurant. It's the same as course fees starting when you sit down. You're free to leave without eating, but payment has already been incurred.
That's absurd. I've never heard anything like that before.
Who is it that did absurd things and lowered the restaurant's quality? Bringing someone with bad hearing is a real nuisance for the restaurant. I've added a $3,000 nuisance fee to the payment amount. This restaurant will be closing down. What nonsense are you talking about? How could such a popular and famous restaurant close down? More importantly, pay up quickly. If you leave without paying, I might have to collect from your child at school. If you don't want your child to experience shame and misery, come back quickly and pay. I'm Rachel's husband. I warn you again, this restaurant will be closing down. Oh, it's Rachel's husband with the useless ears. It's truly puzzling that someone like you manages such a famous restaurant. Oh, shut up. Don't act so high and mighty, you defective product with non-working ears. Suddenly showing your true colors, aren't you? So shut up already. If you're upset, speak up, you piece of trash. I understand. We were just looking forward to enjoying the food for our date night, but this has turned into a disappointing outcome. Don't try to act cool, you defective piece of trash. It's a waste for a beauty like your wife to be with someone like you. If you were looking forward to it so much, I'll just let your wife eat. Have your wife come to the restaurant tomorrow. Depending on her services after the meal, I might reconsider the unpaid matter. Making Rachel provide services? Please don't joke around like that. In this world, those who can use their brains and money win. If you think about your child, don't you have no choice but to offer up your wife? Mr. Hard of Hearing, I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
I still can't believe what happened tonight. To think you were the manager there all along.
What a coincidence, right? But business is business. You still need to pay even if you didn't eat.
We didn't even get to order. There's nothing to pay for.
You reserved a table. That's a commitment. Premium restaurants charge for no-shows.
We showed up. You made it impossible for us to stay with your disgusting behavior.
Your husband was disrupting the atmosphere. High-end dining requires a certain ambience.
You're claiming a hearing impairment disrupts ambience? That's discrimination.
Call it what you want. Fine dining has standards. Not everyone belongs.
I've never encountered such blatant prejudice in my life.
It's not prejudice, it's preference. Our clientele expects a certain experience.
An experience that excludes people with disabilities?
Some establishments aren't suited for everyone. That's just reality.
That reality is illegal under the Americans with Disabilities Act.
Don't lecture me about laws. Just pay your bill and we can move past this.
There is no bill to pay. We're done discussing this.
$3,000 is actually generous. The disruption to other diners was worth more.
You're creating a paper trail of discrimination. Keep going.
I'm being reasonable here. Come alone tomorrow and we can work something out.
Your suggestion is inappropriate and offensive.
Just trying to offer a solution that works for everyone.
The only solution is for you to stop contacting us immediately.
This isn't over, Rachel. Not by a long shot. Hey, Rachel, are you okay?
Yeah, Leah came to today's parent meeting instead of Tyler. Thank goodness.
I was worried it would be troublesome if he showed up again.
He's still persistently contacting me to come to the restaurant, but he doesn't seem to be coming to school.
Is his wife doing okay too?
Yes, she seems the same as usual. Leah is like a boss figure, but she's a good person. Today, too, she was enthusiastically proposing about children's safety. But are you really going to start that sanction?
Of course! That's our job! He needs to know just how much he's done.
Yeah, you're right. No mercy, right?
Did he send any more messages after last night?
Several. I didn't respond to any of them, though.
Good, but make sure you save everything. It's all evidence.
I already forwarded them to your work email.
Perfect. I've drafted the initial complaint. Do you want to review it before I send it?
Absolutely. We need to make sure it covers everything that happened.
I'm thinking of including the ADA violations as well as the personal threats.
Don't forget the attempt to extort services from me.
That's definitely included. His behavior was beyond unacceptable.
Do you think we should mention his stalking behavior too?
Yes, it establishes a pattern of harassment prior to the restaurant incident.
I'm a bit worried about how this might affect our child at school.
That's a valid concern, but remember, he's the one who threatened our child.
You're right, and if we don't stand up to this kind of behavior, what example are we setting for our child?
Exactly. Sometimes fighting back is the only option.
When do you plan to send the notice?
Tomorrow morning, certified mail, so we'll have proof of delivery.
I wonder how he'll react.
Based on his character, not well. Just be prepared for more angry messages.
I can handle it. We've been through worse together.
That's my strong wife. I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of us. Our past made us resilient.
This is why we became involved with law in the first place, right?
To protect others from what we experienced, yes.
Justice might be slow, but it will come. Hey, what's going on? I was getting annoyed that you weren't coming to the restaurant or responding to messages. And then suddenly something incomprehensible arrived at the restaurant.
So it arrived. A content-certified mail from my husband saying he will sue you for defamation.
Don't mess with me. What's this about? There's a signature from a lawyer named Marcus Johnson. Don't tell me.
That's right. My husband's profession is a lawyer. Your recent misconduct is completely unacceptable behavior, so we're suing you. In the U.S., even lawyers can represent themselves, so my husband will be the attorney.
Sue? That's an overreaction for just that little thing. Wait, aren't you two scammers? How could someone who can't hear become a lawyer?
Yes, they can. There are many lawyers who are active despite having hearing impairments.
That can't be true. This lawsuit, too.
It's real, so we'll see you in court.
Wait, what happened that day? I'm sorry, I will apologize.
So you recognize that you did something wrong?
I admit I might have gone a bit too far, but suing is excessive, isn't it? I was wrong. I'm sorry, I apologize. I'll apologize as much as you want. So can we pretend that never happened?
This isn't something that can be resolved with an apology.
I really can't afford a lawsuit. I'm seriously in trouble here. We're both parents of children in the same class. For the sake of not making the children unhappy, please forgive me this time.
Absolutely despicable. You only use children when it's convenient for you. Tyler, don't think this is the end.
What does that mean?
I have to go pick up my child now. Excuse me?
Wait, Rachel! You can't be serious about this lawsuit. It was just a small misunderstanding.
A misunderstanding? You deliberately humiliated my husband because of his disability.
I was having a bad day. Everyone says things they don't mean sometimes.
What you did goes far beyond saying something you didn't mean.
Look, I'm offering a sincere apology here. Most people would accept that.
Most people haven't experienced the systematic discrimination we have.
What do you want then? Money? I can offer a settlement.
This isn't about money. It's about accountability.
I'm being accountable. I'm apologizing.
Apologizing only after being caught and facing consequences isn't genuine accountability.
This could damage my career. Is that what you want?
Your actions damage your career. We're just ensuring there are appropriate consequences.
I have a family to support. Think about my child.
You should have thought about your family before you behaved the way you did.
I'm begging you, please drop this lawsuit.
The lawsuit proceeds. My husband doesn't take discrimination lightly.
This is vindictive. You're just trying to ruin me and my life.
No, we're pursuing justice. There's a difference.
I'll countersue for harassment.
On what grounds? We have evidence of your behavior.
I have connections. This won't end well for you.
Are you threatening us again? That's not helping your case.
I'm just stating facts. I know important people.
As I said, I need to pick up my child. This conversation is over.
Mr. Johnson, this is too much. It's too severe. This is terrible. It's extremely unfair. Mr. Thompson, it's been a while. I just received your certified mail yesterday, and that issue hasn't even been resolved yet. But today another certified mail arrives? Fraud, extortion, threats, assault, stalking, embezzlement, infidelity, business obstruction. Aren't you suing me for too many things? Yes, that's correct. These are all the numerous crimes you've committed. As a lawyer, I even appear in our firm's advertisements. Your act of looking down on me in public constitutes business obstruction. That's... By the way, your behavior toward my wife also qualifies as stalking. Demanding payment for food you didn't even sit down to eat is fraud. Adding an unreasonable nuisance fee on top of that leaves no room for leniency. Well, that's... What? Then there's the fraud. The persistent demands for payment amount to extortion. Causing me to fall constitutes assault. And threatening to involve children to call my wife out is intimidation. All the charges are based on facts. I might not agree with any of these, but embezzlement and infidelity? I have absolutely no recollection of such things, and they shouldn't concern you anyway. Regarding those matters, the certified mail. Take a good look. Regarding infidelity and embezzlement, the charges are coming from your wife, Leah. Huh? Why would Leah? You're aware of it, aren't you? Because it's the truth. Apparently, my report was what triggered the discovery of the embezzlement. Report? Why do you remember something that shouldn't be related to your restaurant? When I got lost trying to find the bathroom and accidentally entered the kitchen, I heard an employee reporting that the register numbers didn't match. You instructed them to arbitrarily fix it and make the difference zero. I heard that. You heard that? I may have a hearing impairment, but I'm not completely deaf. I can hear content spoken so loudly. Finding that suspicious, I reported it to the head office, questioning the practice of arbitrarily fixing register discrepancies. That's none of your business! You had no right to do that! I'm sorry, I'm too conscientious and I just can't keep things that bother me to myself. You should have kept it to yourself. It's so low to interfere in other people's affairs. But it seems the head office took action based on my report. They checked the security cameras they hadn't looked at in a while and discovered you, the branch manager, taking money from the register every time. This is the worst, to think it would be discovered like that. By the way, this wasn't a direct report from me to the head office. My wife mentioned it as something concerning to Leah during a parent meeting. Suspecting you of embezzlement, your wife's female intuition kicked in and she hired a detective. As expected, they secured evidence of you lavishing the embezzled money on a mistress. What a disaster! To think I'd be cornered like this for just that little incident! You understand the situation now, don't you? I may not talk much, but even with a hearing impairment, I can speak. As you wished, I'm letting you hear my voice. After this, in court. Help me! Wait, listen! I just didn't know there was so much law around me. You're a lawyer, right? Your job is to help people in trouble. Please help me. I'm in trouble. Don't misunderstand. The law is on the side of those who know the law. In this law-abiding country, there are countless legal traps. If you live with a crooked mindset, you can commit all sorts of crimes. I had no idea you could hear that conversation. I thought your impairment was more severe. Many people underestimate those with disabilities. That's a common mistake. But how could one small incident lead to all this? It seems excessive. Small incident? Discriminating against someone based on disability is never small. I mean the register discrepancy. It was just standard practice to balance the books. That standard practice is called embezzlement when you're pocketing the difference. Everyone does it. It's just a perk of the position. That defense won't hold up in court. Everyone does it doesn't make it legal. How much would it cost to make this go away? Are you attempting to bribe me now? Should I add that to the list of charges? No! I meant a legal settlement to resolve this properly! I don't think you understand the severity of your situation. These aren't minor infractions. What about a payment to a charity of your choice for the disability community? Attempting to use the disability community as a shield now? That's offensive! I'm just trying to make amends. What do you want from me? Accountability, justice, for you to face the consequences of your actions. My life will be ruined. Is that what you want? Your choices are what led to this outcome, not mine. There must be something I can do to fix this. The time for fixing this has long passed. Now we let the legal system handle it. Rachel, please listen to me. I demand an emergency parent meeting. Let's put everything behind us. We're both parents of children in the same class. If parents get into trouble, it affects the children. For the sake of the children, please pretend none of this happened and stop your husband.
Tyler.
That man is crazy. This approach is definitely wrong. Rachel, I fell in love with you, for real. I just sincerely wanted to become your boyfriend. That was the trigger.
My husband is just doing what's right to protect me.
So he became a demon of jealousy? Oh, my wife was originally the daughter of an executive of the corporation that manages our restaurant. I married her for money. Tired of a loveless life, I met an angel like you. Seeking love, I incurred your husband's jealousy, leading to this situation.
Wait a minute. The conversation is going in a strange direction.
It's not strange. It's my true feelings. But after receiving such a severe revenge, there's nothing I can do anymore. Wait a moment. I'll give up my love towards you.
Listen to me, please.
I decided to persevere in my loveless life for the sake of my child. So, I want all the lawsuits to be dropped. Our corporation is run by a family of business owners. If it goes to court, I'll lose my position and my household will be in disarray. Can you destroy someone's family? The family of your child's classmate?
Tyler, I work as a paralegal, assisting my husband in his work.
Rachel, are you listening to what I'm saying? This isn't the time for such talk.
You're the one not listening. I'm currently at my husband's office with Leah.
Together?
I understand your feeling of being so upset that you can't type properly, but it's our mission to reduce the number of people who suffer due to ignorance of the law, so we cannot respond to your SOS.
No way!
By the way, Leah said that even for a scumbag like you, if you reflected on your actions as a family member, she would deal with you leniently.
Oh, so Leah will really forgive me and accept me? What's going on that I didn't need to humble myself like this? Oh, that's a relief, as expected of Leah. I'll cherish my wife for life!
But your recent statement has apparently blown away any sympathy she had. Oh, my husband has just accepted to handle Leah's divorce case. My husband's fees are high, you know. He'll really squeeze a lot of alimony out of villains, so be prepared.
You can't be serious! Leah wouldn't divorce me over this!
Your confession of marrying her for money while pursuing other women might have something to do with it.
I was exaggerating, trying to get sympathy from you!
So you were lying about your feelings for me?
No, I mean, yes! I don't know what I'm saying anymore!
That's quite evident. You're contradicting yourself with every message.
Please, you have to help me convince Leah this is all a misunderstanding!
I believe Leah understands the situation perfectly well now.
I'll lose everything! My job, my family, my reputation!
Actions have consequences, Tyler. That's something my husband and I learned early in life.
This is all your husband's fault! He's manipulating the situation!
My husband simply exposed the truth. You created the situation yourself.
There must be some way to fix this! I'll do anything! Please help me make this right!
The time for negotiations has passed. Leah has made her decision.
I need to speak with her directly! Put her on the phone!
She doesn't wish to speak with you at this time. She's discussing divorce proceedings with Marcus.
This is insane! Over one mistake?
One mistake? The embezzlement was systematic. The affair was ongoing. The discrimination was deliberate. The stalking was persistent.
People deserve second chances!
And sometimes people forfeit those chances through their own actions.
What will happen to me?
That's no longer our concern. Leah will be in touch through proper legal channels.
Rachel, please, for old time's sake!
What old times? Our only interactions have been your inappropriate advances and discrimination against my husband.
I'm begging you!
I need to attend to my client now. Goodbye, Tyler. The news of an upscale restaurant's branch manager being sued by a customer for defamation, fraud, extortion, threats, assault, and business obstruction quickly became headlines. In this information age, the restaurant, burdened with such terrible reviews, was forced to close. Naturally, Tyler was fired as a result. Additionally, he has to repay the $30,000 he embezzled. Furthermore, employees who had been victims of Tyler's tyrannical one-man leadership began filing complaints one after another, taking the restaurant's closure as an opportunity. This also led to compensation issues, with the total amount of compensation to employees reaching $100,000. Actually, my husband was the one who initiated these lawsuits as well. People who had been silently suffering because of manager Tyler were finally able to receive justice. Subsequently, Tyler was divorced, kicked out of his home, and unable to see his children. He was even disowned by his parents who had helped him so much, leaving him with nowhere to go. He's reduced to a miserable life of debt repayment, working as a live-in general helper at a local inn. It's the result of the settlement of all the wrongdoings he committed. Deserving end for his self-inflicted actions. As a side note, utilizing the closed restaurant, a welfare organization has established a new restaurant. It's said to have electronic panel ordering for those with hearing impairments and braille menus for those with visual impairments. The restaurant that became notorious for its cruel treatment of people with disabilities is now gaining attention for becoming a place that is accessible to people with disabilities. My husband also handled the legal procedures for the welfare organization to manage the restaurant. He received a substantial fee from Leah and a significant amount of compensation from Tyler himself, which he used to line our pockets a bit. But he said he helped the welfare organization for free.